Welcome back, everybody, to more Dicing with Death, blah, blah, blah. So, Qualneer sips his whiskey.
Yep, you were in this
I am
this
in the
guild,
Sea Breeze. No,
this Union Tavern.
the
You tried
Gilded...
to
Shit, what the fuck is
Gilded Rat.
Gilded Rat?
You tried to get some information on Marks. The bartender told you that that sort of information is for Union members. You couldn't seem to recall the name of your handler. He seemed dissatisfied with your credentials and didn't give you shit,
Yeah,
aside from whiskey that you paid for.
right. Okay. After I finish my drink, I flag the bartender down again. And as he's walking over, I reach into my backpack and I want to get my leather strip in my hand. That's the favor, but I don't want to show it to him yet. Then I say, all right, we started off on the wrong foot here. And I just kind of like hold my hand up and have the leather strip in like my palm to my wrist, kind of like this. I kind of just,
With the so one side is just bare leather, the other side has the face on it.
with the face on it. I kind of do this, showing him the face, and then I put it back down and say, "I think we got off on the wrong foot. Let's try this again. My name is Qualneer the Cunning. I am here with my lady, and I am looking for a member of the guild to speak to. I want to make sure I don't step on any toes. I have no use for you guys, but I'd rather not get in your way."
If you have a simple question, perhaps I can answer it. I'm a member of the Union.
I have a couple of questions for you. Is Lord Seagate, the Duke of Seagate, married?
Yes, indeed.
Does his wife have a fabulous collection of jewelry?
I can assume so, although
Are they protected
of course, he says, I'm
by
not
the
sure.
guild
Oh.
or the union?
No,
Excellent.
no. Um, we would, of course, expect a cut. This
What
is
is
our
your cut
town.
in this town?
10%,
Sounds reasonable. Sounds very reasonable
assuming
indeed.
you make it out alive.
If I don't make
You
it
were
out alive,
asking
it's not.
earlier for a list of marks.
I was asking
You,
earlier. I wanted to make sure this was the right place that would understand what I was talking about.
well then.
I am new
As
to
I was
town.
saying, Lady Seagate would not have been on that list of good marks.
Why not?
She's surrounded by dozens of swords day and night.
That's fine. I'm not looking for Lady Seagate. I have a lady of my own.
Very well then, Qualneer.
Excellent. And
It's a pleasure to have known you.
uh, one small thing. There's a Nomish jewelry crafter and merchant over near the Seabreeze Inn. He's not a protected fellow, is he?
No. Why?
Perfect.
Did you hit him?
I reach into my bag and pull out, how much is this? This is 2, 3, 4,000. I reach into my bag and pull out the 3 rings and just set them on the table and say, "There's your 10%."
He nods, sweeps them into his palm.
Wait a minute,
And
no, that's way too much.
Too late. Qualneer the not so mathy.
Qualneer the bad Matthew, I overpaid him by 600 gold.
So you see him actually give a gesture behind you,
Okay.
sort of like a.
I kind of move in my seat and glance over my shoulder carefully.
You see 2 unscrupulous looking fellows sort of at a table in the back of the room.
I give the bartender a raised eyebrow.
Don't worry, you're safe now that you paid up.
Excellent. Well, see you around. And I go find. Is there like a booth or a chair in some Nah, fuck. I go back to my room. I go back to my room in the sea breeze,
Right.
and
It's still like late morning.
yeah, it's fine.
Well, damn it, Neil.
What?
You just paid off what was supposed to be your next encounter. Beaten in the streets.
Psh, I'm working with the guild here, man. I like to survive. So I go back to my room, and I want to take a look at my brooch, my bracelets, and my necklaces through my blue glass, which I should have absolutely done with the rings beforehand. And I want to concentrate on the.
Sure. After a little bit of concentration, you think you've got it activated. At first, you're not. I mean, you feel like a satisfying in the back of your head,
I
but
double check to see
none of
my
the things
knife.
you're. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. None of the jewelry is magic.
As
But you
expected.
you glance at your knife and it's still glowing.
Interesting.
So
Have I seen Michelle anywhere yet?
you have not seen her today.
That's fine. Okay, so here's the plan. Here's my plan, guys. I am going to start scouting out the Castle Seagate. Is it actually a full castle?
Biggest damn castle you've ever seen.
Excellent. Um, I want to. I want to go walk around kind of the. So, correct me if I'm wrong here. You've got a town, the city, with a wall around it. Then the city's inside of it, and then there's a castle within the side of the city with a second wall, right?
There is a yes, there is an outer wall within the city. There is a second smaller. There's a second wall that you haven't been inside of that.
Hmm.
It looks like it encompassed more than just the castle.
Okay. I would like to go to this inner wall
Mm-hmm.
and find a gate. I can ask for directions if I get confused or lost.
Yeah, you're able to find at least one gate leading in.
I try and walk through the gate.
Yeah. How are you dressed?
I had some nice clothes with me, so I will don my nice clothes for this adventure.
Okay. Yeah. The gate's up. It's midday. There is a guard on either side.
I stroll through without looking at the guards as if I belong entirely.
Yeah. No one stops you. You're able to walk in through. It looks like more city. I mean, the buildings look slightly nicer. The people walking around look slightly wealthier, but it looks like more city.
Okay, I want to make my way
Um,
towards this castle.
yeah. So there's actually within this walled city, there's like a wall of the keep,
Hmm.
which actually spans into the bay, and there's an island within the bay.
Ooh, can I get a map of all this?
Yeah, that's what I was just
Sounds awesome.
just grumbling about having to draw.
You mean it's not already prepared for me?
When in the early days of Dicing with Death, I used to do those sorts of crude drawing ahead of time. Now I'm just doing it as we go.
Yeah.
After a few characters die, you start to get a little disillusioned with a bunch of prep. Okay.
Uh-oh. Internet's drop it. No, it recovered. Woo.
Good.
Yeah. We lost 55 frames.
Let me get a shoreline in there first. Can you see where I'm drawing?
No, I have no idea where you're drawing.
Who did I forget to switch pages?
You probably forgot to switch pages.
Yep.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah, I can see what you're drawing.
All right. Whoa, what the balls? All right. So there's our ocean. That's the outer wall, the inner wall. Oops. There's like half a castle. There is a stone bridge sort of extending into the bay a little bit. And the majority of the castle is right about there.
Okay. So this gray thing right here is a
Yeah.
wall.
What?
What's this gray line?
That is a bridge,
Okay.
a stone bridge spanning half the castle to the other half the castle.
And this brown thing is the other wall, or that's an
not.
island.
That's an island.
Okay. Does the bridge have like arches underneath it so boats can pass through, or is it like a solid wall?
You imagine that boats could pass through.
Okay.
And there are some docks that I'll indicate if you investigate the city further. You're a little disoriented. You think you came in through a gate there.
All right.
And why is the default color this ugly ass green?
I don't know.
And
All right. I have an idea building.
okay, so it's always my intention as the DM to leave out to not do detailed maps and make my players have to keep track of that shit and get lost and confused in my horrible dungeons. But I always wind up getting frustrated and then just drawing maps.
Yeah.
So this is the Gilded Rat. This is the Sea Breeze. And that's good enough. There were some docks down by the Gilded Rat, but you imagine there are several other docks along the whole thing. You're not entirely sure how you got into the city and how you got to the Sea Breeze, and the only gate you're aware of is that one.
Okay.
Into
All right. So here's my plan. I don't really know why I'm telling you because you're probably going to just screw me out of it. I'm going to try and use Melissa to see if she can't infiltrate something in here, get some information of how the layout of that keep. Perhaps we can get her dressed fancily, send her to court somehow. Maybe she can find out the location of some jewelry or gems. I'm going to try and get her to, piece out that sort of, figure out where the jewelry and gems might be. Then I'm
so well for you last time.
Right. Well, this time I'm planning on actually dressing her appropriately, spending maybe a couple of months like getting her to make friends there, socializing with these people to the point where they're like, "Ooh, let me take a look at your jewelry. I can look at your," and figure that stuff out. And meanwhile, I want to see if there are any secret doors, alleyways. That's right, alleyway.
Never heard of a Salliway.
Sally Port. See if there's any
Is that where
Sally Ports or, exits on the castle here, on the island.
Sally Port is a secure, controlled entryway as of a fortification or prison. No, it's not like a secret entrance.
Yeah, but
And it is a word. I've never actually heard it.
yeah. So normally a castle
It's usually
would have like a main
Yeah.
gate, but then it would also have like a small door on the side where you could let one
Yeah.
person out, or you could sneak out if you needed to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try, talk to my contacts, try and make some contacts, talk to them, or just investigate myself, see if there's any secret doors on the island that I could sneak in through. And if there's not, then I'm going to have to figure out a way to dress myself up as a worker and make my way across the bridge into this castle undetected. I'm not thinking that we can get this done today. This might actually take, a full episode to do, but I'm going to try it.
Okay.
So I'm in this inner city, right?
Okay? Stream has been cutting out, I think, but I think we're good. Your resolution kind of went to crap on me too, but it looks like
Yeah, I'm getting this weird, like, all of a sudden my bit rate will just plummet, and then it'll come back to normal, and then it'll plummet, and then it'll come back to normal.
okay.
There's nothing I can do. other than
Yeah.
bitch at my ISP.
Just wanted to make sure that the stream was still going.
Yeah.
All right.
So what I want to do now that I'm in this inner city is I want to like appear about and look for the tallest structure around, like a
Well,
church spire or something.
it's the keep. You do think you can spot a church spire.
I would like to go to the church.
All right. You're not sure if it's the only church, but there is a church. Like there.
Perfect. I head to the church with the spire, nice tall one.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk in and I look for a priest.
Yeah. It's a church. It's full of priests.
Perfect. I go up to the priest and say, "Good father, might I trouble you for a look from the bell tower? I'm new to the city and would love to see it from high above. I can, of course, spare a few coins for insert God's name here."
Yeah, I haven't decided which god it is. He doesn't actually give you a. Just so you don't know what god it is they worship.
Yeah, well, I can offer a few coins for the
Yeah,
church.
there's a statue of a large man with a sword and shield, sword point down at the
Okay.
front of the church. You don't. It's no god you've seen.
Okay.
He graciously accepts your coin. What was it?
Yeah,
What did you give him?
I hand him 4 silver coins.
Okay. And he leads you up a staircase to the bell tower. It wasn't guarded or anything. You have a hunch that maybe you could have just walked in and walked up to the bell tower, but you're
That's
not
fine.
sure.
I'd rather pay a few coins and not make any trouble than accidentally get myself into trouble. I'd like to survey the area from up above. I want to look for gates in the inner castle wall and gates on the outer castle wall. Wall of the cities, I should say.
Well, say what you mean.
So I
What
want
do you
to
mean?
spot. I want to look at the wall, the inner wall and the outer wall, and see if I can see any gates or guard towers.
Okay, you can see another gate there. All of the walls are tall enough that guards can walk across. You can't see any guard towers from this vantage, but your view is partially obstructed,
Right.
and you're only like a couple stories high.
I can't see any gates on the outer wall.
Not from here. No,
Okay.
you can see one gate to the castle.
Okay.
So on this side, it's basically just a small rectangular keep without a wall. It's a single gate, as far as you can tell, and
Does
then
it-
sort of built into it is this bridge across to the
Is
main
the
castle.
bridge covered, or do people walk in the open?
Um,
Is it like a tunnel bridge, or is it just a flat open bridge?
you see no one walking across it at the moment. It looks like you could walk across the top,
Hmm.
but it looks pretty thick. There may be a passageway inside as well.
I look for windows in the side of the bridge.
You do see some windows,
Okay.
so you are imagining that there is a tunnel passageway.
Interesting. Okay, I leave. And I head back to the Sea Breeze. I need to talk with Michelle before we do much else. I
Okay.
have some money. All right, so I'm gonna kick around at Sea Breeze until Michelle shows up, or
Okay.
trouble comes finding me.
Yeah. There is no Michelle.
Does she show up at all ever?
Not. She's not there when you get there. So you sit down and you busy yourself, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I slowly sip at some wine while I ponder my schemes and plans. I'll order some
Okay.
food if I get hungry,
Okay. So the barkeep. So you order wine from one of like the barmaids or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the barkeep actually comes out and delivers it to you by hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Some guards were in here looking for an elf." He said, with silver hair. I told them it didn't ring a bell, but if you're in any trouble, I don't want that coming back to me. And he sets the wine on the table and walks away.
Hmm. I sip my drink. Interesting. How did they find me? I did introduce myself. Whatever. Um, I hang out and wait for Michelle.
Mm, Afternoon. She isn't around.
Okay. When evening comes, I ask the innkeeper, bartender, whoever's around, if they've seen her about.
She left this morning. Haven't seen her since.
Did she give any indication of
She,
where she was going?
nope. She had kind of a big suitcase with her.
Really? I go upstairs and check our room. Is all of her gear gone? Or just a suitcase?
The large footlocker is there. The smaller suitcase is not.
I open the large footlocker.
It is locked. Go ahead. You can try and pick it.
Yeah, pick that lock. 21. God, I'm getting
Click.
such good rolls. I flip it
You do
open.
have a 75% chance.
Yeah.
So inside, it's mostly lots and lots of clothes and shoes. There's that hand crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else of note.
How
Is
many
there anything you're
quarrels
looking
does she
for?
have?
Quarrels. There's just a small pouch with about 9 quarrels in it.
Okay. I'm looking for anything that would
There's no
be that
there's
she
no
wouldn't part
money.
with.
There's, like I said, it's like packed with clothes. So unless you like unload it,
Oh yeah,
you're not
I
gonna.
have no problem undumping everything onto the floor.
Okay. Um. Yeah,
Yeah, I dump
but
everything
I
on the
can't think
floor.
of anything that would be in there other than clothes,
Okay.
shoes, a
Nothing that
crossbow.
seems like she wouldn't leave without.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, that's up to you to infer.
Why would she? There's no reason for her to just pack up. I don't understand. I pack her stuff back in. I take some care with it, but whatever. And I hang out for the rest of the evening, and wait.
Okay. You hang out in the Sea Breeze,
Mm-hmm.
small tavern down there. All right, sort of a yeah, it's reasonably subdued tavern.
No,
An eventful evening, no trouble.
she
Anything you
doesn't.
wish to do? Michelle um, does not return that evening. You have dinner, I assume.
I have dinner.
Are you chatting with the clientele?
No, I'm mostly keeping to myself. If someone starts a
Okay.
conversation, I'll politely join in. But
Okay.
well, this puts a damper on my plans. I liked Michelle, even if she was a kind of a bitch sometimes.
So are you.
I know we get along great. I wouldn't like her, but Qualneer loves her. Eh, not like that, but maybe. Um, it's absolutely putting a damper on my plans. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to bed, and no, fuck it. I'm going back to the Gilded Rat. Late at night, I head back there.
Okay. This part of town feels a lot sketchier at night.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's lots of dark alleys down by the docks. Lots
As
of
we walk,
boxes
I keep my
hide
hand on
behind.
Bloodletter.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there's a few unscrupulous looking folks in dark clothing out and about. also a lot of drunken, rowdy sailors and that sort of type. But you show up to the Gilded Rat. It is actually quite quiet. There's only, maybe about 10 people in there. People seem to be keeping to themselves.
Okay. I Is it the same bartender from before, or is it a different guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah.
Okay. I sit down and kind of wave him over whenever he's ready, and I
Yeah, he's
say,
not busy. He's polishing some glasses. And he comes
"Who
over
could
again.
I talk to about Sally Ports on the keep on the island?"
I'm not sure, but there is someone around here who has been wanting to talk to you.
Oh,
So why don't you take care of that first? And
sure. Point me in the right direction.
he sort of nods to someone in the corner.
I get up and start walking towards the corner.
He's stand up and he was walking towards you. So you now have this awkward exchange where you stand up and you're sort of both now standing, walking towards each other.
I put up my
Okay,
hand and shake his as I approach.
Okay. He is a tall man, at least by your standards. He's wearing a solid black robe. He pulls back his hood as he was walking towards you. He's got a gaunt face, thinning gray hair, sort of short, trimmed mustache, sort of sunken blue-gray eyes. And he approaches. You do see the bulge of it looks like a sword or a long knife underneath his robe.
Okay.
And he sort of sticks out a hand.
I
And he
shake
says,
it.
So he has sort of a thick skeletal grip. He sort of looks you around and says, "So you're Qualneer."
The one and only. What may I
Qualneer
call
the
you?
Cunning. You may call me Sturge.
Oh, Sturge! It's great to finally meet you.
Excuse me?
I've heard
I
much about you.
Have you now?
Your reputation
Sort of
does precede you.
grimaces. As does yours. I hope you're not here to make my life as much trouble as you have in the towns in your wake. He takes a seat at the bar and gestures to the bartender.
Well, I'm afraid I might be. But I think this time it's a peaceful solution or no solution at all, so you shouldn't have as much mess to deal with. On the other hand, I did do a great favor for those previous towns. I don't know what they reported to you, but they walked away with a prize much greater than what I left with.
Excuse me? The bartender brings back 2 glasses of some clear liquor on ice.
Okay.
Sturge sips it. It grimaces a little as he chokes it down.
So, tell me, Mr. Sturge,
Do you
how
drink
might...
your
Oh God,
drink?
no. No, no, no. Um, tell me, whatever happened to Captain Harrison Worthran?
Worthen, he says.
Yeah.
He sort of seems to be sort of searching his memory for. What do you know of him?
Well, I'm curious who he is and where he came from.
He sort of shifts uncomfortably in his chair. A captain based in the north who owes us a bit of a debt.
Tell me, where are the Elven lands? Are they north?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know where this captain is?
No. Last I heard, he was headed to Sinteron. Had word of a lead out that way.
Well, I believe your captain's ship has been sunk and he killed.
Do you now?
I have reason to suspect.
That would be most unsettling.
I cannot promise, but let's just call it a rumor.
You are just full of sour tidings. Downs the rest of his drink.
Tell me, is there a special name for the keep on the island out at sea? How shall I refer to this point? Just is that the castle, the keep? What I do not know the lingo of this new town.
Sure, it's the castle,
The castle,
Seagate Castle.
Seagate Castle. Okay, the keep on the mainland is just
They are one
castle.
and the same.
Okay.
The gateway.
I'm looking for any possible sally ports or entrances on the castle. Entrances other than the bridge.
He strokes his short, sleazy mustache. Well, in the interest of seeing you out of my hair, he sort of smiles. Sure, there's a sally port on the north side of the castle.
Excellent.
Should be obvious enough.
Can it be locked
It
from
will-
without? Or is it barred?
It will be barred and locked. Oh, you mean no? It will be locked. It is a barred gate.
Cannot be opened from the outside then? No way?
It can, if you have the appropriate skills.
So it's not barred, it's pickable.
Yes.
Okay.
It is
Excellent.
barred. It is bars, but it is not barred.
It's a
Questions
gate of
confused.
bars
It is
that
a
does
gate
not
of
have.
bars that is not barred.
Excellent.
What is chat doing?
We have a new sub.
Oh, okay. Yay, new sub.
Yay, new sub.
I thought things were down. Okay.
Excellent. And do you happen to know where Lady Seagate keeps her jewels?
That I can imagine, he says, but
Imagine for
that
me
I'm-
then.
you may need to find for yourself. I would imagine some of her jewels are in her bedchamber.
All of them? Most of them? Some of them?
She probably keeps some on her person.
Yes. Yes,
Is-
I imagine.
His smile looks more like a grimace.
Well, if you see a working girl running around, quite beautiful, answers to the name Michelle, let her know that she's not to leave. I have need of her yet. And please do her no harm. She's of utmost importance to us.
Do I seem like the kind of man to harm a woman?
I look him up and down. You're dressed all in black with the bulge in your pants? Yes, I think you're exactly the sort of man to harm a woman.
You don't do me justice.
I don't know
He
you.
stands, takes hold of your drink, and quaffs it in a single slurp. Grimaces, shudders, and walks towards the door.
Okay, I do not touch my
Black
drink at all.
robes blowing in his wake. He just drank your drink. How would you touch it?
Okay, good. Yeah. I have not touched my drink.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Excellent. Okay, I would like to. Well, we're just about out of time for today. There's nothing else that's significant that I can do. But here's my plan. Here's my plan.
Why don't we just
want,
wrap things up and you
yeah,
can do experience and all that?
yeah. But I want to figure out who Lady Seabreeze's handmaidens are, her helpers, the little folk who help her out. And I want to find one of them.
And to go full on Qualneer on that NPC.
No. I want to, chat with one of them. That's my current plan. We'll see how it actually plays out.
Okay, well, I'll make up that NPC so we can have a nice good cyber sesh.
Yeah, but now you know my plans. You can plan ahead for it. That's it for today. What else do we need to wrap up?
Let's throw out some experience. I guess you're probably not even close to leveling up.
No.
So I'm going to be dividing some of your experience between you and Michelle at this point, even if all she does is run, scream, get a crossbow from the back of the cart, and not even fire it.
That's fine.
Such is the nature of.
At least give me the shit that I stole my own by myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which was.
So. I'm not going to give you GP value for all that crap. We're done with that.
Are you sure? That's 4,300. That sounds reasonable to me.
That actually wouldn't even level you up, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Sure. Yeah. Why don't we do that?
Okay.
You get 4,300 plus 210 for your split of the Dohar Chu.
Dobar Chu.
Dobar Chu.
And what about for the scarf coat shoulder thingy that I got for what's her face?
75 experience.
Okay. Anything else?
Not that I can think of. I feel like that's enough experience.
Okay. Times 1.1 for.
Yeah, this better not level you up.
Plus my existing. Oh, it levels me up.
Are you serious? It's got to
be
like
barely.
Just barely.
10,200.
Normally, I would have given you like some role playing experience for telling these stories about yourself and whatnot, but I feel like I can just bundle that in with a shitty steal. Damn it! I was trying to keep you from leveling up. Oh well.
Okay, level 5. That means my backstab is now 3 times damage. I get roll a d6 for HP with no con bonus. 6 maximum life. Did I gain any HP over the course of the travels? Because I had taken 7 damage.
A battle. Let me count the days. If you torture goats with bloodletter, you might be able to gain some HP back. One, 2. I think you should gain 3 HP.
Okay. I'm going to do another 15%
so
to
3
open box.
So does that put you at full?
No,
oh, no,
I've taken 4 now.
Did you calculate your whatever?
Oh, I did not increase damage to me with an increase of life. Like I did not percentily increase that stuff. I can though. I'll add another. I was at 14.
What were you? So you had 14 max before?
14 max. I was at 7 out of 14. I was at half, so I should have been at.
Okay.
So 10 out of
should be at
20.
10, 20.
So gaining 3 HP from that though would bring me to 7 out of 20.
Say that. How I don't understand how that works.
Because I gained 3 HP. Like I took that damage.
You gained the 3 HP before.
Oh, okay.
Before leveling
Well, then I would have been at 4 out of 14.
You mean you would have been at what?
4
You were
divided
at
by
7 out of.
14
You should have been at
times.
10 out of 14, right?
No, I was at 7 beforehand. Before
7
I
out of
leveled up.
14.
Or no, I was at 4. I'd taken 4 damage before I leveled
Okay,
up.
yes.
There we go.
10 out of 14.
Yes.
Um.
So I should be at 14 HP. So I should have taken 6 damage.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. 15% into open locks, which brings it to 90. And I'm going to do 15% into move silently, bringing it to.
Are you imagining some sneaking to be taking place in the next session?
I hope so. Bringing that to 80.
Okay. You might get new saves.
Yeah.
Rogue at level 5, you get new saves.
Sweet. What are they?
12, 12, 11, 15, 13.
12, 12, 11, 15, 13.
It's 12, 12, 11, 15, 13.
Perfect. I'm level 5 now.
Dex gives you bonuses to saves, right? For if it's relevant.
I think
correct?
so. I also get a +1 to hit at this level.
At level 5.
Yeah.
And no proficiencies.
And
right?
no
You got
proficiencies.
proficiencies at 4.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yep. All right. Fun times.
Fun times. Fun time. Anything you want to say before we bounce?
Don't think so. Good luck on your marathon stream.
Thank you.
Thanks to the viewers to watching. Tune in and watch Neil die.
Neil's not going to die.
Brain aneurysm. No.
You know I'm going to live to be 120 years old. We've discussed this before.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to die of a brain aneurysm. That guy in China was wildly overweight and, in poor health and all that fun stuff. Like, you don't die from playing video games, guys. And you don't die from sleep deprivation.
And that Dutch DJ who did the 194 hours or whatever was taking naps.
Yeah. Bullshit. He gets 5 minutes.
And he had medical attention. Psh.
Well, that's good. But, taking naps is bullshit. 120-hour stream is tomorrow at noon Pacific time. So we'll see you then.
I'll try and hop on stream for some help, but we'll see. It's a busy week for me.
Yeah.
And there will probably be no Dicing with Death next Sunday.
No, there will be no Dicing with Death next Sunday unless we do some wild offshoot that is non-canon to the storyline. All right, that's it.
Alrighty.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.